Oh, that sucks. Is there any way for me to share a Facebook post? Oh, share. Can I just...
Oh, stupid.
Oh my god. It's so bad. If it'll...
Cool.
Tabletop audio, I believe. I still have it up. Music. That I'm not sure. I actually have it downloaded, but I don't think you can.
Roll 20 just crashed on me.
Or you could. Oh. Basically, let's not say it is. You do that, I'm gonna add the stream. See, uh, I was thinking I could do the. Yep, gonna pass on that. Mute that. I could server mute. Muted. I was gonna say we could use Hime bot for the back, like the music, and then we can use the Dino bot for little like screams or like soundboard stuff. That'd be cool.
Fart noises.
Yeah, fart noises.
I play fart noise 3 seconds. Enter. All right. So when we the last session we played, you had just gotten back to Orasnu when you were intercepted by one of the hunters from Orasnu who saw you coming in, and he informed you of a new need that has, of course, arrived at the town, given the absence of its Bergio master, whom you know very well where he ends up, or where he lies now. You were brought into the local establishment that you all know of, the Seven Tables, and there was the tax collector, Scartia, who offered, or more like asked you all another favor, paying you up front, and with more reward to follow, to solve an orc problem that has suddenly come up. You all agreed, and you began the trek towards where this orc was, your goal being to release the captured orc. The only information you've received so far is that they're snake people that are holding this orc, and that you'll need to trek through a swamp to get there. We've gotten through part of the swamp. You chose the higher ground and the web-infested trees over the swampy lower tiers. And there are multiple other choices you'll have to make path-wise to get to where you're going, this location. You've sort of picked up a guide that'll aid you, point you in the right direction, but there's no real right path. We fade back in after not Kuroka, LOL.
Wrong.
Three Eyes. Three Eyes is looking beleaguered and bloodied, having given most of his blood to a dryad that had asked for his help, and the dryad is now able to survive in this awful environment because of his sacrifice, and granted him a necklace of light, allowing him to cast the light cantrip. And we fade back into you guys after he sort of is a little woozy but still poking around. And you have another choice to make. There's another section of the path here that's sort of another fork in the road, as it was. And you'll need to decide among two things once I describe them to you, which one you would like to do. There is a hillock of black flowers. There's a large mound on top of a hill. It is still slightly swampy in the area, but this is a hill upon which black flowers generally grow. And the other is something called a bone fen. It looks like a battle-scarred landscape on the lower area, slightly lower. It's very swampier. It's much swampier, but there is terrain where you can pass through it. It's up to you which of the two roads you take. Up into the hill, or a little bit lower onto a slightly more swampy area.
Am I here?
Yeah, all you are here. If you weren't there last game, you were assumed to be fighting with them, just slightly off to the side. Another smaller battle.
So how are we feeling?
You did just take a short rest before you met the dryad.
Okay. So, gang, we thinking black flowers or bony place?
Does the dryad know the area?
You could ask for sure.
What does she think? Where should we go?
Well, the hill with the flowers, it's drier for sure, but I've seen many people go up there and not return back down. I'm not sure whether they just didn't come back this way, but some of the screams I've heard up there would indicate they won't be coming back at all.
Great, yeah, for sure. How about option B?
Down the bone fen. I've heard people refer to it on their way through. It's swampier. It's well, you can see not many people go down that way. They seem to prefer the slopes. The mud seems to move every so often in there, and it's very it's very smelly, shall we say.
I'm not a fan of mud.
Same. Black flowers it is.
Agreed.
Emil, you feel differently?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
12-year-old, you feel any different?
Did I bring my horse?
That's fine. You can assume it's Strahd if you'd like.
He's not here. You might mute
No,
him.
he's cooking. Darren says,
No.
"I'll follow you guys. I believe in Emil. He's really strong, and he seems to always choose the right thing to do all the time, and he never gets hurt ever."
Is that an inspiration? Is that a free
No,
inspiration
it's
for
not free
him?
inspiration.
That was from the DM.
No DM inspiration.
It was from the DM.
All right, hill with the black flowers it is. Holly says as she starts walking.
Cool. As you guys are walking up, you guys, you're seeing lots of what is it? The hill rises out of the swamp. It's dry. There are black flowers all over the place. They're exceptionally black because Barovia, and they're closely grouped together. The ground beneath them you can't even see.
Can I inspect the flower?
Yeah, you lean down and you brush some of the flowers. They're coated in some ice. And as you touch one, the smell of rotting vegetation hits your nose, and that flower begins to wilt a bit. It's very dim lighting. The clouds are above are blotting out most of the light, and the wind sort of rustles the black flowers, creating a bunch of chimes and a soft clattering together. You guys reach the top, and it reveals there's a campsite, and there are corpses all over the area. It looks like the remains of an adventuring party. There's like a rotted corpse of a warrior wearing very old, rusted plate armor. There's one carrying a staff and wearing a robe, and one wearing moldy leather armor.
Do my magic eyes pick up anything in this adventuring party? I was like stealing shit from corpses.
Let me check. Besides the staff, which is considered an arcane focus, I believe no.
So nothing fancy.
No, nothing fancy. They don't appear to be good adventurers. Idiots.
I'm gonna see if there's like undead in the area, I guess. I'm gonna use Divine Sense.
Yep. There's definitely undead in the area. You get a very large amount of undead in the immediate area, like within that distance of you.
Like probably around those corpses. I think.
Yeah, it's more so not even on the corpses themselves. The corpses themselves don't appear to be undead, given your ping. It's actually other pings sort of around the area.
Oh, I think there might be ghosts in the area.
Are they?
Emil, can you pinpoint within 10 feet where they are or no?
Can I?
Do you mind pulling up the text for me? I don't know if it's a general sense or if it's a direct location.
I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yeah, technically they're not behind total cover. Flowers aren't exactly total cover. Yeah, you see there are... Let me see how many markers exactly. Hundreds of signatures. In 4 large clumps.
How far
point
away?
them out.
How far away?
I'm gonna say at this point you guys are about 30 feet from the adventurers' bodies. There's a grave marker nearby their camp also that's there. And you're about 30 feet away from that stuff. These things are about 45, just beyond it, and more close to the grave marker.
Alright, guys. Callie's gonna do a thing. To get us ready for this battle, I'm gonna create a safe zone for us. And she sits down for a minute and she starts chanting, probably about 10 feet away from the bodies. And she makes a magic circle to prevent... I believe I can prevent undead with a magic circle, can I?
A creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. Nice.
So, I'm preventing undead from entering that circle. So if anyone gets really fucked, just run to the circle.
Cool. Go ahead and draw,
draw a
10-foot. Let's do a, what is it?
Also, where are we on the map?
Yeah, I kind of messed up the map.
You can erase the fork. I'm just gonna do generic battle maps.
I assume we've long rested since
Yeah, it took you a
time
couple
I was here,
days to
right?
get back, so you got your long rest in.
Oh, I was down to 13.
Go ahead and draw just a circle.
Do we have temp HP?
You do, yeah. The rest of them have lost theirs. Oh, actually, no. Darren would have given another short speech, so you guys do have yours back. So yes, everybody has it.
Oh, I thought we weren't allowed to use our temp HP to make to give blood.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Blood
Yeah, you're right. You do have it from after the short rest. Yeah.
I want to draw a shape, but I don't want to draw a square.
Shift, I believe it is. Shift or Alt. 10-foot radius, so it's what, 20 feet across. You could do a 20-foot square if you wanted to. That would also work.
Yeah. Boop. Alright, so I made this square. Well, I don't want to keep drawing shapes.
So realistically, you guys could just sit back and blast these things if you trigger the encounter. So if we get to combat, you could literally just do that. It's up to you all. But they don't seem to be moving as of yet.
All right, Ranger. I guess you're gonna hang back in the circle while I go trigger this and run back.
I'll leave my horse in the
Fighter, not Ranger.
circle.
Do you want me to just take a couple of shots for a surprise attack?
Sure, go ahead. In this, I'm
Oh.
turning my fancy weapon into a longbow.
Okay, cool. And then Vamp,
I'm
your
gonna
long is another long.
I
Your
will-
long weapon is
I will
another
be in
long
the
weapon.
circle.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys can't. The only person who knew where they were, it's an instant ping. So the only one who knows where they are is your paladin Emil. So.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to.
Do you want to flush them out so we can see them? And then run back?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. I guess
I-
I'll start walking towards where they
Can I
are.
ready 2 attacks?
Yeah,
Or
you can
a
prepare
attack.
attacks. That's cool. Yeah, you ready the attack action for sure.
I ready my attack action for the firing before we initiate. I will be trying not to, I'm gonna be next to the horse, the big ass horse.
I'll hold my fist up. Like, that's hold, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you begin to walk closer to the mound, which I should actually probably indicate on the map.
You probably should. Or I can draw it. It's up to you.
Boink.
'Cause I draw so well.
This can be the grave marker.
You can just do freehand.
And how far is this? That's about right. I'll say Darren's back here. Alright, as you get near the bodies and near the grave marker, within 15 feet of it, all of a sudden you see a scurrying movement within the flowers. Yep, and at this point you guys can go ahead and fire away. Let me get you the AC and such. There are so many fucking things you could do in this adventure. It's ridiculous.
A lot of encounters?
Yeah,
gonna
there's lots
assume a
of options
23
you can
hit.
do, and you can play it through multiple times and never play the same thing twice, which is really cool.
Oh, interesting.
It's a very well-made one, I think. It gives people a lot of options.
With a ready of an attack that I haven't seen before, would I have a chance to hex it first?
No, you need to be able to see the
And
target to hex and such.
So, how is like a hex? Is it like a hand motion, or is it just like I see it's hex?
So it should tell you actually. So in every spell, it has 3 components to it that it might have. It's verbal, which is noise that you make with your face hole, your
Yep.
mouth.
Yep.
Somatic, a motion that you do usually with a hand or with a focus, a magical focus, and then material, which is something you need like to cast the spell. So if you check out what hex has for its components, that'll tell you what you do when you cast the spell.
All right, it's just
So
it's
Zach-
necrotic damage. So I don't know.
So Zach,
Hang on.
I was a not great player and forgot to realize that I actually need a valued material component.
You can mark off the
Did you
100
just
gold
spell-
right now. That's fine.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, hex is verbal, somatic, material, so...
Oh,
Alright.
it is verbal. I
Held
can't see
task can
anything.
go off. I'll assume that as soon as he sees movement, Darren's going to just start insulting whatever it is. So that is what he will do in the interim. These guys' AC is 12, so...
All right, cool. Would I have time to get off a hex?
No, so when you hold your action,
No,
you
okay.
don't
No, alright.
you don't get to do a bonus action or a movement. It's just that. So when you hold it, it
Alright.
uses your reaction, and you get your full attack action or whatever action you're holding.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yep.
I just figured
yeah,
I'd
I'm
ask.
just giving you the mechanics of it.
Yep. Whatever first one I see, whatever one you want me to see
Yeah,
first.
this is the one
the one I
closest to you.
shot.
Top left. Go ahead.
All right. And I will bonus action a hex. Oh, I mean, we haven't even
Yeah,
initiated
no initiative.
yet.
You guys can go ahead and actually roll initiative
That's
now
it.
as well. That is 2 + 4 is 6. Okay. Darren insults it, and it's just got base wisdom.
Oh. I rolled an
It
11.
succeeds. Darren,
And I hadn't
Darren not
selected.
insulted.
So.
11. Yeah, I rolled a natural 20, but I rolled an 11 first. So.
Yeah, I saw it. I
Take
was
the
sad
20.
for you. 16.
Nat 20 on an initiative. Does that do anything?
Nope.
Just a high ability check roll.
It's just
Just makes you feel good about yourself.
Yep.
All right.
There's no
You
advantage
guys
to that.
at this point notice there are literally hundreds of small, varied hands. Lots of humanoid hands, bear paws, wolf paws. You see some rat paws and stuff like that, all crawling on the ground towards Emil. Urba, you got your attacks off. Were you holding attacks?
I did.
Callie?
Sure.
Go for it. You had plenty of time to prep.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm assuming those
Yeah,
both hit.
their AC is 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit this one right here.
Cool.
That one's.
So it's 1d10 plus 5 for each shot.
That one's weak.
Oh, that sucked. That's
One.
okay.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that's both damage.
Hands are hard to hit. They're so.
Yeah,
tiny.
you hit 2 hands, but that's like all, you didn't get the 4 that you were aiming for in a row. Urba, it's your turn off the top of the order. Top of the order.
Bonus action hex that will top left.
Yep.
And then we'll follow it up with a couple arrows.
Hex. Pew pew. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage, and then roll 2d6.
Oh. That's bad, but yep.
Nice. You notice you guys are obviously you're not hitting a lot with your arrows, so you're not doing as much as you think you normally would to a creature of this size because there are lots of small creatures. But the necrotic damage seems to spread throughout the whole group of them and kills a lot more than you not more than you would usually do, but
the things that we're shooting at, like the target, that thing, is that one undead or is that a group of undead?
it is a
things?
swarm of small hands that are crawling on the ground
Okay.
towards Emil.
Also, does it matter that my weapon is magical for?
It does not, unfortunately.
Great.
The hands go, and they all fucking swarm the shit out of Emil. You now have about 100 hands clawing at you.
Oh, I
got
can
no
get
fear.
some hands for my pot.
Oh yeah, you can. That's true, actually. You got a lot of hands.
We could build a body for Zook.
Oh, technically these are large swarms. Sorry, it says a large
they technically
swarm
large hands?
of tiny creatures.
That makes a little bit more sense. So, like, can you push it over?
You could push over one hand, and then the other 99 will claw at you.
So these swarms, don't they have to be on my space to be able to attack?
Their reach is actually 5. Oh no, their reach is 0. So I guess they are all on top of you. Thanks for reminding me.
We're just like sitting here in a circle, like sitting down, just being like, "Get him, Emil."
Yeah, fucking go! What are you doing? Kill him!
You can do it. You can do it all.
These are all
night
+5 to hit
long.
Emil. Oh dear God! So only one
Was that a
miss.
crit?
That's just one.
Oh.
But
Crit.
Oh shit.
Wait, only one of them crit, right? Oh, okay.
yeah, dog. That's
Never mind, I see what
Yeah.
happened.
And yeah, you just have lots of tiny scratch marks all over your armor. One like hand is around your throat, choking you out, and the rest are like clawing at you, your arms and shit. They're getting in the gaps of your armor, and it's just real bad. And there's a lot of them. Go ahead, Kalia.
I'm guessing it's too late to say that I was holding the dodge action.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fire 2 arrows at the same guy, and I'm also gonna shield Emil. Get the fuck over.
Yep.
And yeah, that's
Emil's always the one getting fucked up. I'll go first. Fuck me.
and it's 21 piercing damage to that one.
Nice.
As I shout at Emil to get the fuck over here, and I guess I'll slide over here.
Cool. Emil, you're up.
I'll bonus action from under the swarms of hands. Cast spiritual weapon.
Cool.
Your mic's kind of
You're
going.
Yeah, I'm assuming you use it to attack.
Does it matter which one I attack?
I mean, there's a swarm that looks slightly smaller than the rest of the swarms now because they're pinned to the ground with arrows behind them.
Okay, I'll aim for that
Sure,
one.
it'll be the one on the top left that Urba's been shooting. It hits. Go ahead and roll your false damage.
Now, question: because they're stacked on top of each other, do we hit other to the other group to get some damage taken?
No, unless
It's a swarm.
not unless you have an area of effect.
Am I able to divine smite with spiritual weapon?
I think it's melee weapon attacks that you smite on.
Yeah, it's okay.
If it were melee
And
spell attacks,
are
you-
they restricting my movement at all?
Nope, they're just swarming the shit out of you.
I'll use my action to disengage then.
Cool.
And 1, 2, 3.
You basically see Emil make some shit, summon a weapon, and then like spin really fast in a circle and then sprint back towards
2,
you guys.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All the hands go flying off in various directions. He's just running.
Make a joke. Would you make a joke? Make a joke.
Go ahead.
They're
Urba.
just lending
shit, I
you
didn't
a
roll for Darren.
hand.
Darren would go now.
I thought you were gonna say something like things are getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a quick joke.
Darren would probably do something pretty cool here. Let me see what spells he has left.
Vicious mockery. Why do I know that? I've never played him. Why would I know vicious mockery?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The hand have wisdom, like.
Nah, I won't play him dangerously because I don't wanna. Yeah, hands are very wise. I'll viciously mock it again and say, "You won't come in this circle. You can't come in this circle." And it fails, and it takes. Ooh, 6 psychic damage. Fuck yourselves, hands.
Don't they have to hear you too
They
for
got
psychic
ears.
for
They're not
vicious
deaf.
mockery?
Actually, let me see. Double check.
This ear is directly attached to
Hang on,
hands.
hang on. Condition immunities: charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, prone, poisoned, restrained, or stunned. Understands common but can't speak. We're safe, guys.
Understands common, but
All right,
can't
go ahead,
speak.
Urba.
There's some magical hands there.
Oh, shoot the. Do I have any area of effect things? I don't think so. Does anybody have any grenades?
Don't you have like an explosive arrow? Isn't that
I
basically a grenade?
do. I do. Let's just fire off an arrow, and if it hits, oh no, yeah, if it hits, then I can deem it an
Yeah,
explosive
you can just
arrow.
make it boom.
Let's just do that.
Cool.
So we're gonna shoot some arrows.
Oh!
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna
Yeah. You
do
make
it.
that explosive
We're gonna
arrow
do
100%. You double the explosive damage too.
Boom.
Now double the explosive damage for everybody.
What am I roll? What is it?
I think it's 4d6 then, because it's a crit.
Yeah, it'll be 46 for everybody in the area. I don't usually think you can get AoE crits, but who cares?
No, you can.
Ho ho!
Nice. 18 damage to all of them, so I'm gonna do
You
that.
can
first.
hear. Not if what we're fighting has AoE.
Mark one of those off. Do I even have a spot to mark those off?
Alright, so that is 18 force damage to fucking all of them. And then the one you are hurting takes 17 halved is 8 plus 11 minus 11. And then the second one minus 5. Yeah, one of the swarms is looking really rough. The rest are definitely... You scattered a bunch of hands just fucking fly into the distance and land, scattering some of the flowers are like crinkling, and the smell of rotting is growing in your noses. And they all run toward Big Boy Emil. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 2 can get at you. 1 has disadvantage on the attack. So the first 2 rolls will be the disadvantage attack. Yep. And then a 20 will hit you, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, 19 hits too.
Well, that was a
Oh, yeah.
disadvantage attack. So he rolled a 1 and then a 19 for his first roll. So you're fine. This one is not at half health, so it'll be 20 damage. These other 2 will sprint and be in front of you, but they can't get into the magic circle.
Wait, really? That was another 20?
Another 20. Yeah, I rolled. Yeah.
Are you down?
Oh, I'm back to 13.
Okay. All right. You're
Jesus.
last.
Sorry, their damage is 66 until they get halved down to 3d6.
Disengage, run.
Callie, go ahead.
Well, I would use an AoE spell, but I have a friend like literally right in the middle.
Well,
of it.
there's a thing you can do. Also, you don't have to waste any spells because they can't get inside because they can't attack from 5 feet away. So,
Yeah, it's true. I think I'm just gonna. Well, unfortunately, I would have to use an action to turn my ranged weapon into a not ranged weapon. So, I'm just gonna fire 2 more arrows at this guy.
Sure.
Emil's gonna make it, and it's fine.
yeah, you're aiming specifically at the ones that are keep trying to grab his throat and throttle him, and you're like, that's enough of that, stop it.
I've rolled so many crits if I had hexed one of them. Whatever, it's fine.
Oh no, don't hex my tiny hand swarms.
All right. Oh, that was a crappy roll. All right.
Alright,
Callie's phoning this fight in.
Emil.
I'll move my spiritual weapon.
Yep.
It's 30 feet, right?
Yeah,
So it
you're
doesn't
fine. You can
matter.
get to any of the ones you'd like to hit. I'm assuming you want to eliminate
All right.
that the weakest one.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage. Yep. Dead.
And I'll disengage again and move into the stupid circle.
Cool. Do they get a save to try and get through the magic circle, or they just can't? Because it's a minute.
Not unless they
casting,
use
right?
some type of magical
Cool.
weeds. It's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty. You have to do a minute casting, and everything requires prep. So no, you
Yeah.
guys.
How
are,
long does it last?
Lasts an
Yeah,
hour.
you guys are good. If you would like, just describe to me how you hack and slash this horde, and I guess for Darren, insult into oblivion.
Just actually a quick question on the bubble thing. Are we able to stab out of it? And
Yeah.
that
If
doesn't
you're
do
not
it?
an
Okay.
undead, you're welcome to walk through it and do whatever you want. It only affects.
You've been able to fire through it, no problem. Your arrows are unaffected.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Then I pull out my rapier and conserve my arrows and just kind of stab each one, like kind of stab.
Yeah,
it.
you take your
Yeah,
time.
Callie-
Not wanting to waste your arrows.
Callie's
Okay.
actually gonna sit in the middle. She's like, I did enough. I made the circle. You guys are fine.
Callie takes a minute and basks in the noonday cloud cover of Barovia.
Mage hand just kind of just give her like a gib slap.
Zook inside
God,
the
I'm
chest
gonna
cavity of the horse is just ringing his bell. Ding 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 ding.
That spiritual weapon, how long does that last?
Full minute, so you could just be hacking and slashing with that thing the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna use I'm gonna use one action to do lay on hands, then I'll leave the rest to everyone else.
So basically, Darren and Irva and Zook and we'll say Three Eyes also are just poking at this horde, ringing the bell, insulting it, and Irva's just like lazily poking at it with his short sword, just like. And eventually, you.
My insults come in the form of just hysterical laughing of what is probably hands against like a window frame, constantly just slapping a window.
Mime, Mr. Mime. All right.
Oh, like the Pikachu running into the invisible wall.
Yeah, exactly.
The trailer.
I somehow in my head I pictured that going better.
It's exactly what's going on.
All right, and you easily best this evil swarm of hands who just thought you were coming to desecrate this grave. A simple misunderstanding.
Well, now we're gonna.
Pretty much.
Emil, do you need a rest? You took a lot of damage.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, we've got an hour in here. You know, we can hang out for an hour outside of production too. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll leave the rest of you to check out the grave, and I'm just going to sit in the circle.
I'm actually gonna join him. I need to get some magic back.
Sure.
If they want to do that, I mean, Darren, do you want to go off on our own to go find adventure?
Right.
Well, I mean, I'll wait the first hour.
We should look around at least.
Yeah,
I don't think we should get too far away.
No, I say we wait the first hour. That way we're in the bubble safe and we can spot things.
25, 51.
Sure.
Can we walk around like the outside of the bubble, like close to the bubble?
Bubble ain't moving.
Within-
so-
Yeah, you guys have
Within yelling
you are
distance.
safe from undead within this bubble for the full rest. You're fine. Make sure you guys are marking off your hit die usage because if you have, you should be running low at this point.
Yeah, I only have 2 left.
Oh, this is still the same day as the spiders?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would actually like to take a little bit of a rest because I'm a little
Actually,
hurt.
wait. Can you do a song of rest, Darren?
Absolutely.
Can I undo one of my hit
That
dice
is fine,
back, or
yep.
do you...
Slow jam. Ooh, they updated the
They did.
UI.
How much do
That's
you-
cool.
How much do you give it?
Oh, the
6.
best roll you
Oh,
can get.
Nice. Nice. Then I'll do
Wait,
2.
we have how much healing?
6.
6 on top of whatever you rolled. Which is great for me, because that is just what I needed to top off. Are we assuming I gave a speech?
Yes, we did assume. And then after this short rest, you can give another one if you so choose.
I shall.
I'm 1 down from full. This is great.
It's awesome. I have been full for a while.
Yeah, man, bards are great for short rests. So are warlocks because they get all their
I
fucking
get
spells
all-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah.
strong in a short rest. I get all my inspirations back too now. So.
Oh yeah, and everybody gets their shit back. You get your arrows back. Scott gets his arrows. Irvin gets his arrows back.
Oh, that's
Neil
right,
gets his
yeah.
channel divinity back.
Oh yeah, did you I assume what's the word? I attuned to the helm.
Oh, at this
At this
point, for
point?
sure. Yeah, you've had enough time to. I gave you the stat block for it, right?
And- Is that final? What's in the
Yeah, for now. If
channel?
we need to adjust it, we can. For now, you can use that as is. Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks.
Alrighty. You guys finish up your rest. Your wounds are bandaged up with whatever cloth you have. Wounds closing. Sheer force of will. Oh, Scott. Oh, you didn't even get hurt. You're fine. I was gonna remind you of
Nope.
your second wind, but you didn't do any healing.
I'm a good. I'm still full. If we're gonna do that, I'm just gonna grab some.
If you have your second wind, you should second wind into
short rest, yeah.
a short
That's what I was
rest.
gonna tell
Yeah,
him, but
just
he
to get attacked.
wasn't hurt.
Yeah, but I didn't get to take any damage. I can second wind, I guess.
he
Just
he breathes
different
really
thing, so.
deeply, and you see him.
He looks restored.
I feel better now. BRB.
Let's see. Cool. As you guys are resting, all of a sudden a raven plops down nearby the grave, and above you see just an absolute swarm of some small flying mammal and they speed off, and a couple droplets of blood drip on your party as they fly overhead.
Flying mammal, eh? That narrows it down a bit. Were they bats?
What? In Barovia? Yeah, they were bats. They were bats.
I'm sure we see a lot of those,
Yeah.
right?
So wait. By plops down, you mean the raven fell like it didn't land?
No, it fucking plummeted.
No, I took it down.
All right. Who wants to go check it out?
Not me. They just killed that. We just got attacked by a swarm of hands. You want to get attacked by a swarm of bats?
I mean, let's be real. The swarm of hands did very little damage to everyone but me.
What are you trying to say?
I'm up for going, but I feel like I shouldn't go alone. At least one other person should come with
Yeah,
me.
it's not far from your
Everyone
party.
else can
It's
hang back.
look, it's like only like 15, 20 feet.
Is this after the short rest or during?
After.
Okay, I'll go.
Sure.
All right.
Let's all go.
Go ahead
I'll
and,
go
and
with-
roll a quick perception check or investigation, your choice. You can have advantage on investigation because of your inquisitive wizard spirit.
I don't have a wizard's. Do I? I don't know.
Unless you ask to leave, you
Oh,
still
yeah,
have your
that's
wizard
me.
spirit.
Oh yeah, that's a meal.
Why do you have wizard spirit?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that's right. You missed the wizard session. Damn. Which did I say there was a wizard that was inhabiting Darren at some point? I wonder.
You told
No,
me
I
that some
think- I think
ghosts
you
got
guys
in
did
those.
recommend- Yeah, we all got.
Oh, the
possessed.
ghosts
I don't
are the
think- I don't think
wizards.
Darren
The
did.
ghosts are the wizards. The ghosts were wizard ghosts, and they inhabited all of you.
Oh,
I forget which one I don't know.
not me.
Well, yeah, you probably weren't there.
You said I was outside with three.
Oh, that's right.
were
Yes, yeah,
ghost
you were hanging
kids.
out with the Bergio Master.
One person, one body. That's
And these investigation checks, you realize it's got lots of tiny, tiny puncture wounds all over it, and it appears to be very thin and drained of blood.
Is it a bird or is it one of those bird people?
It's a literal small raven.
We know about vampires at this point, presumably.
You've probably heard tale.
Didn't we have an interaction with like a vampire, like thrall? Like,
Yeah, we
wasn't
had
that
we
girl?
definitely
Yes, you
had-
did.
You definitely had.
Yeah, 100%. There is a vampire spawn that you dealt with.
Okay. And we know bats drink blood. Who doesn't know
Everybody
that?
knows
I
black
mean,
drink blood.
This is a bummer. I mean, does this gravestone say anything? Like,
Yeah. It
Oh.
says, roll me a religion check.
good at religion? Find out. Nope. Good luck, everybody.
What are we
Oh,
running?
alright.
What are we
There
running
are
to?
markers on it that are warnings to leave that those that are buried under the mound undisturbed.
They want to keep them undisturbed because they've got some really valuable stuff on them. I bet.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good thought.
I would agree with that.
Does anyone have any shovels on them?
I have a fist.
Not gonna help you dig a grave. Emil, how do you feel about digging graves?
Go for it. You're dead.
Exactly the moral compass we need. Let's do it.
All right, dude. I mean, Allie doesn't care. She'll dig up the grave.
Sure, I will assist by like breaking up the top layer with a dagger or something
Okay.
like a.
So you find a shitty dagger, or like one of the leftover daggers, and you sort of improvise a shovel from the rusted ass plate armor, and you wrap some stuff around your hands so you don't get cuts or what's it called? Blisters is the word. And you start hacking away, and eventually you dig up the body. Throughout this whole process, you've noticed the rotting smell is getting worse and worse just from the disturbed flowers, and of course the 100 dead hands you just murdered again around the area. And the smell is just growing worse and worse. You get down to the bottom, and you hit thud thud, and it's you sort of see a coffin here.
Hey guys, I hit the coffin.
Oh. Sure you
know
did.
what? It's probably a smart move to open this from afar. Someone help me out of out of this hole that I dug.
Yeah, I'll reach in and
Oh.
pull her out.
I'll help as well. Look up
Sure.
the other
Yeah,
hand.
easily you guys get out. You can like attach a rope to a latch or something on the coffin door or something like that. I don't know.
I was gonna use my mage hand
Perfect.
to
Even
try to
better. You clear up enough of the dirt.
it open.
You creak it open.
I ready
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
I get a hand crossbow ready to shoot any zombie.
Actually, it would have pinged as well.
Yeah, it
with
would've,
my
yeah.
divine
It would've.
sense.
So okay, let's open the
Crack
coffin.
it
See
open.
what happens.
Inside is a woman, rotted away, ornate dress on, and a beautiful necklace on.
Do my magic eyes ping on that
It
necklace?
does not.
Oh well, I'm sure the necklace is valuable as I reach down, as I have mage hand grab it
Yep.
off her.
It's worth 300 gold.
Cool. High five, guys. We're grave robbers.
Literally.
All right, I'm gonna pocket.
Who's
the
already
necklace.
us anyway? to
My
be
mage
honest.
hand high fives your mage hand.
Yeah, mage hand high five over the dead corpse we desecrated. Get out of here.
Are we sure we don't want that dress?
I was
it
just about
looks
to
pretty
say,
nice.
is there any way for my mage hand to pull the dress off?
We're gonna do this again.
It's a dead body.
I mean, that doesn't, whatever
Because
you're
at
into,
this
I
point
guess.
it's worn, like, there's nothing to...
Maybe we should keep it on her for modesty's sake.
you could
Huh.
totally take the dress if you want. It has been on a dead body. It's a little rotted from the Barovian.
Oh, it is rotted. Okay then.
Definitely not worth.
The way that you said it, it sounded like it was still pretty.
Yeah,
decent
I
shape.
should have said it was a beautiful, beautiful dress.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Never
I'm
mind.
just saying I've seen worse in thrift shops before.
that's true. You're not wrong. But if you would like it, you can take it. If not, you can leave it.
Do I see its value in anything?
I mean,
Or
people
is it just
people
a
need new
flavor?
clothing. It definitely was flavor, but you could probably sell fancy clothes for like 5 or so gold. They are worth something in the PHP and stuff like that. So you could get some gold from it.
I'm gonna leave it and take the tote. No,
He wants to take her foot.
Yeah,
That's all.
just a little bit of the toe, please.
oh, I'm good. Next body, please.
Down.
All right. You notice from the top of this hill, it leads back down into the swamp slightly, and that there are 2 other locations that you can sort of go to again on your path towards this tower, this camp where the orcs are being held. There's a small hamlet or a small town known as Poldersvale, which you would have heard just sort of being around Erasnu. It's just a small town. And there is a tower, not the camp you're looking for, but there's a tower on Muskeg Hill. Muskeg Hill is partially sunken
Is
into
there
the
is there a
swamp.
sign that says Muskeg
Sure,
Hill?
yeah, exactly. There's one that says, you come to a fork of the road, and there's one arrow pointing to Poldersville and another pointing to Muskeg Hill.
I switched the signs.
And then you go which way?
I'm all for the town, unless you guys feel the tower.
Does the tower look cool and creepy?
Yeah, it's partially sunk into the swamp a little bit from this distance. You can see.
Not a fan of mud.
It does appear to be decrepit and old, as if some of the blocks have gone missing from it. It does actually appear to be snow on that hill also. So.
How far away is the tower from us right now?
About the same distance as Poldersville or whatever it is, Poldersvale.
So we can see it, but it's like, it's far.
It's like it's a walk. It's not like I can go
Yeah.
here and here. You have to sort of.
Got you. All right.
Let's go to town.
You wanna go to town?
I mean, if that's the majority of votes wants to go to town, I'm up for the town.
Darren
Let's
and
do the
Emil.
town then.
Darren, you
Darren's-
cool with the town?
Darren's not
It is
here.
BRB.
Oh, where'd he go?
He's
Okay.
off picking flowers.
Cool.
Nasty
Alright.
ass, like disgusting flowers.
Town it is.
Before, and as we leave, I switch the signs.
She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. But yeah, you guys begin to approach Poldersvale. It was a small settlement, nothing more than really a cluster of houses. The lower story of each house was stone, and the upper story being wood. Yeah, you can see around the area, it looks as if there was a scuffle here, or a fight here. The upper stories of most of the buildings are still standing and have ropes attached to the timbers, whereas the smaller buildings have been pulled down completely. In a lot of the buildings, and the walls have been knocked down. So there's lots of hiding places, stuff like that, piles of stone. And you guys, as you're approaching, you sort of notice a bunch of movement around the town. What is it?
Around the what?
In the town, as you guys are approaching, you notice a bunch of figures in the town and a bunch of movement and activity. You see cook fires, and you see a few figures lying prone on the ground. They do appear to be humanoid.
I'm back.
By lying prone, do you mean just lying on the grass, or like attack position on the prone?
They're
on the
not
ground?
like snipers. They look like they're taking a nap.
Okay.
Or dead.
A nap rather than
Or
dead.
dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A nap rather than dead, and a nap rather than
A
prone.
dead nap.
So Darren, we left the grave and now we headed to the town on our way to the camp. And
People are asleep.
people are asleep, and it also looks like we can like the buildings are super destroyed. Like half of them have been torn down, the other half are like barely standing up, and the walls are missing.
Are they like on their backs in sleeping positions, or are they like sprawled out on the ground and like face down in the mud? and
Go ahead and roll
stuff?
perception. Squint your eyes a little bit harder.
Perception.
Darren like hops up on, tries to like use the horse to jump up and see a little further. And yeah, it does appear to be a couple of people are poking a cooking fire, and others appear to be lying, napping on the ground.
Okay, they're not dead. I don't think.
Let's go say hello.
There appear to be about 10 or so.
All right, lead the way, Yerba.
I walk forward.
Cool. As you get
I
closer
walk
and
behind.
closer, they turn and see you, waking up their comrades, and they sort of approach you holding clubs and such. You notice they have greener skin and tusks sticking out of their lower jaw.
I approach with a distance away, but I have my hands kind of like up.
Cool,
Just kinda
yeah,
like
like
a
you mean you no
don't
harm,
hit
gotcha.
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll play a nice little tune, an orcish tune if I know any.
Sure.
Just something kind of metally, just kind of like thrash
yeah.
music, sort of.
You start
know,
headbanging.
thrash flute, whatever that is. Oh yeah, lots of scales, tons of scales.
They begin to approach you. They don't appear to be attacking you, but they're very wary. This group of like 10 or 12 orcs sort of is coming out to meet you. And they say, "Who are you? What you do here?"
We are just travelers. We are just trying to get by. Just trying to pass through. Do we tell them where we're going?
Sure, if you want to.
We're here to help them, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, it's different groups, aren't we? Different.
No,
Oh, yeah,
we're
right.
trying to save the orc leader lady from the snake people.
Oh, then we tell them what the
Small
fuck we're
killer
trying to
us now.
do.
Yeah.
Then we tell them what we're
So you
trying
guys
to do.
name drop the leader, which I can't pull up right this second because I don't have my information correctly.
Orcarina.
Yes, Orcarina, the Orcarina of time.
I see what you did there.
And you name drop her, and they immediately sort of get less offensive. They say, "We the snake people have her. You're here to rescue her."
Well, by the looks of it, you guys don't seem too sad that she's gone.
Well, you notice they're like have like a sort of not manacled currently wrist, but they have like a bruise manacle, like where you would have manacles on your hands, and like a collar. Their necks are bruised as well. And they
Oh, were you also captured by the snake people? Then?
they nod and they say, "Yes, they send us out here every day to gather more stone for their camp. We were captured in the
Wait, where's
swamp
their
and
camp?
taken by the scaled beings who worship the dragon."
Dragons.
Wait, where's their camp?
Just up that way, and in the distance you can see a tower, and the mist sort of parts at this cinematic moment, and at the top of this tower you see a huge black dragon-like figure at the top of the tower, sort of moving around.
God damn it.
So wait, we're fighting a dragon?
The Scaled Ones worship an undead dragon, and they're camped just up to the north, yeah, in that direction.
Did you say undead
Oh.
dragon?
It certainly isn't alive.
How big dragon?
Like Colossus?
Bigger than
Huge?
tree?
I'm not sure. Bigger than tree for sure.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
The Scaled Ones are digging something out underground and building a temple to their dragon god, he says with air quotes. There's many more than us captured back in the camp, but is the area behind you clear? There's no snake people that way?
No, there was
We
nobody
didn't
over there.
see any.
We took care of a couple of swarms of dead hands and whatnot, but most part it was clear.
And at that point, they all get sort of happy and they start nodding to each other and they throw down their tool. Well, they keep their tools because they think they'll probably have to fight their way out of here. But they say, "Oh, good. We can escape now as long as the snake people don't come after us. If you're going in there, they'll be distracted. So this is the perfect time."
So you don't want to save your, what is it, the queen, your lady?
She is fully under their control. I doubt even you could save her now.
What do you mean fully under control?
She doesn't resist at all. The rest of us, we fight back. We resist where we can. But she's completely, and he like sort of spits on the ground, completely with it.
Interesting. Well,
They
have
could
fun
be-
running away, and if she
Oh.
comes back, I don't think she's going to be very happy.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I'm assuming you're trying to convince them to come help you.
I guess so. I'm just kind of just like, hey.
Yeah, they don't seem super. They don't seem super enthused to go back to a camp when they don't have. They're not properly armed. They don't have armor or anything, and they're like, "We have nothing. We would be more of a hindrance than a help. We can't. It might be best if you go. I'm sure you have ability to sneak in or free the rest of our friends."
Yeah, these aren't exactly mighty orc warriors we're looking at, are they?
No, they look emaciated. They're really holding on to tree trunks and tree limbs and stuff like that. They're not armed. You know.
All right. Fine. Do you feel like running away? You feel like running away?
And they do that, and they start
And I walk
jogging
off.
past you.
I mage hand triple. They don't know it was me. Zook's laugh. So is there anything in this town?
Got my magic
Yeah,
eyes out.
there is actually. As you're wandering through the town, an area the orcs seem to have avoided completely, you discover a stone statue of how do I describe it? Of a feminine-looking humanoid-ish thing. Its hair looks like tangled and gnarled and comes to snakehead points, and it appears to be holding a small mirror in its hand.
Does that mirror ping my magic eyes?
It does not.
Oh.
Does it ping my oh, it's valuable eyes?
Yeah, your greed eyes. No, it does not. It appears to be a mirror.
I take it.
Yeah, you have a hand mirror now.
Woo!
It appears that this Medusa had somehow been tricked many centuries ago.
Into her own eyes.
That's pretty cool.
And now she's stuck like that, huh?
Yep, forever until somebody class Greater Restoration.
Do I
Anybody
have that spell?
restoration?
Greater restoration.
No. Hold on. Before you do that,
No, nobody has it
I
yet.
can't.
It's a,
No, I have lesser
we don't have it?
restoration.
it's a 5th level spell.
Greater restoration.
I was just saying we cut off her head and we just cast it on her head and we go and freeze the dragon.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's how it works in
Doesn't work
D&D
like that.
because it's inherently tied to their innate magic and they're pretty dead. So you could potentially make a potion with their eyeballs maybe, but them being dead makes it a little harder to work their magic.
All right. We have a hand mirror. Hooray.
As you guys head further north towards the encampment, you begin to hear screaming. And
Can I roll investigation to see? Now is it female?
perception. Go ahead and roll perception. It doesn't appear to be male or female. It appears to just sort of be a sourceless screaming noise. And it's very faint right now. It's not like a piercing scream, but it's almost continuous. It sort of dies down and picks back up. And you notice a strong wind pushing toward you. And you push into a new portion of the swamp, just past Pausevale, in between you and your final destination. And you begin to see 20 figures standing still, making this keening and howling sound.
Oh, that's normal.
It's an area of relatively flat and muddy swamp, frozen solid. That was, it appears to be those figures are there. And in the distance, you begin to see the tower, which cleared from the mist a little earlier, and you can see the black Dracolich roosting on top of the tower.
I'm sorry. What are we looking at? It was.
How big are we talking?
It's a Dracolich. It's a full-on adult Dracolich.
Now, is it like some scales are still on it, and it's like partially undead, or is it full skeleton?
I always envision Dracoliches as having some flesh, but clearly having like complete holes. Like you could probably see through its entire body through like one large gaping hole, and sort of like its claws are partial skeleton, partial flesh, that kind of deal.
Dragons are scary enough.
But that does appear to be the Yuan T Tower that you're moving towards. As you guys are walking forward, you notice that these 20 figures appear to be stone. But the screaming continues. What are you guys doing?
Do we know what makes things into stone? Do Dracoliches make people into stone?
Well, you did just encounter something that turned stuff into stone.
A Medusa.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, does that scream maybe mean that there's others around here?
It appears to be coming from, like, within the cluster of 20 people. Or rather, 20 bodies.
I posted what I think it looks like.
What do we want to do?
Does
Now,
anybody have pass without trace? Does anybody at all?
No rangers,
We don't have a
no
ranger.
druids.
No.
Used to.
That's not
I
good.
could, I
Okay,
could
we-
call upon a friend of mine. If you guys...
Let me swap characters
On
real
a-
quick.
Now here's an out of character question. Do we want to continue playing next week or not?
What?
Well, we go in, we die. We leave, we can play next
Oh,
week.
yeah, no. I mean,
I mean,
things may develop.
Seems like this is a job.
A job's a job's a job. $5 is $5.
Well, I've got plenty of ways to make like a distraction or something if things were to go poorly, or we were to be discovered. But I don't think I can do any of that stuff if I'm turned to stone.
Yeah.
I
Or
think
attacked by a dragon.
I
think
would.
it's only
I should
Medusa.
give you a sense of scale here. You're far enough away that if you were to approach these figures, you wouldn't be sort of in direct sight of this tower. It's a good distance from these
Okay.
figures to the tower. I realized I didn't say that, but yeah, this is a separate area from the tower itself, which is another short jaunt further on. Like it could be like a half an hour walk.
Okay.
It's more than, I would say, more than a mile away.
Okay.
Okay, that's a little more comforting. Yeah, let's check it out. We should be careful though. We should be stealthy.
Oh yeah. I have my bow ready.
I'm also gonna turn my longbow back into a greatsword.
Sure. Go ahead and roll stealth as you guys approach.
Who's not stealthy? Who's
Me.
unstealthy?
Me.
I'm,
Super me.
I'm one with the walls.
I'm wearing, what armor am I wearing right now? I'm wearing chainmail.
I will inspire
but-
Emil.
I'm super good. I'm super good for. I'm fine. Pretty good rolls. Doing some good rolls today.
I will say, I know you can move without making noise. I've seen you do it before. I just need it right now, just for a little while.
Chainmail is a disadvantage, right?
Not bad.
That's not awful.
You
Could be worse, could be better.
Or plus
use
0.
inspiration if you want.
Yeah, you give inspiration.
What's the die?
D8.
Hooray!
Damn it.
Okay.
Wait, Jared, what armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing a breastplate.
Oh.
So medium armor doesn't, unless it's
Halfway, yeah.
halfway, I don't get disadvantage. I wear leather underneath my metal, so it doesn't clank, clank, clank.
Quite as much,
Mhm.
anyway. Alright, as you guys are crouching up, you get to the location. No things. The screaming obviously increases as you get closer, and with gusts of wind, it carries to you faster, or so it appears. But once you get to these stone statues, and I'm assuming you take a look at them.
Oh yeah.
Sure. The furthest ones away will take.
Yeah,
a glance
you
at them.
like, obviously you find some that are close to your hiding spots near a bush, and you take a peek at it, and you're like, they look exactly like people would when they're frozen solid as stone, but they have a hole drilled through them, and through this hole drilled through their heads, the wind blows, and the whistling, screaming sound is produced by
Oh,
the wind
shit.
going through these holes drilled through these stone statues' heads.
Oh,
Holy
badass.
shit. That's the
That
most metal thing I've ever heard.
that is very interesting. I think that's the scariest thing I've seen.
So
or
are
I've
all
been a part
20 of these things statues?
All 20 of them are stone statues. At this point, however, you notice off to the side a few frog-looking humanoids that appear to be looking around. They don't appear to have noticed you, but you see like 2 or 3 that are just like lying in the mud, the swampy mud nearby. Swampy frozen mud.
No, they
nearby.
taking a nap or they dead?
They appear to be hiding.
From us?
Just in general, hiding around this area. Like lookouts almost.
Ooh, we should kill him.
Do you want to kill them or do you want to see? Do they understand common? You said humanoids.
How far are
Well,
they?
listen.
How far away are they from us right now?
I'd say they're probably 60 feet away at this point, given that you guys hid and stealth relatively well.
I say we kill them because if they're lookouts, they're probably lookouts for the snake people.
Yeah.
How many are there?
You guys see right now 3.
So assuming there's more. How do we want to take those out? How do we want to approach this?
Go attack. Unless you have a better idea.
I will.
Are we
not
wading
do
through
any-
water?
It's more like a frozen swamp here. It appears to be colder. It's actually not even colder. It just feels like the life has been drained out of this place, and it just feels empty and dry. And
And
yeah,
whistling.
exactly.
So this isn't horse terrain, is it? It's swamp.
It's been swamped the entire time. Yeah, it's been nasty. It's been swampy and muddy.
But you have a dead horse, it's okay.
Yeah, the horse doesn't.
Your
do
horse
any
actually looks
mud,
more
it's
alive
fine.
with mud caking its lower levels. It looks like it has flesh down there.
And Zook's trying to bail it out. How do we want to take these guys out?
Quietly.
Well, two of
I
you
will
are
not
ranged,
do
right?
anything that
Yeah.
explodes.
What's the range on hold per? Are these people? Do these count as people?
Roll me an intelligence check. With advantage because you got Wizard Boy inside of you. Yep. They do count as humanoids.
Okay, so and the range on hold person is 60 feet. Brilliant.
You can see they're wearing just hide armor, and some of them have shields, some of them have spears, but they do have some nasty teeth.
All right, so you two try to take two of them out. We're still stealthed, right?
Yep.
And I'll try to hold one in person.
Cool.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
Can
That's
you give
also
me
s-
time to sneak up closer until you
That's
do
also,
that?
that's also assuming that there's only 3 of them.
It's fine.
Or does it
Wait,
count?
are we like down an alleyway away from them? What's like
So
our
it's sort of
positioning?
like this had been a Medusa's lair, so there's a bunch of obviously the frozen statues. The way I'm envisioning it, there's some rubble nearby. She probably had a shelter that these guys are probably not inside, but nearby. A little swampy, small. It's probably a small, decrepit building.
And the statues are still yelling?
When the wind blows, correct? When the wind blows.
Okay,
could-
so we can use that to our advantage.
That's true.
I can draw one away. If like
I
just
can use
one
some.
of them.
I can
maybe.
use illusions.
Yeah, I've got really good illusions. Not to brag or anything. But they're,
Your minor illusions are
non-
nothing compared to my major illusions.
I'm a non-magical thing that can do illusions. So
Double
You have-
fingers.
Aren't you
you have
elves?
minor illusion?
Aren't elves like super magical?
yeah,
This guy's 500 years old. I mean, come on.
This guy's older than Zook.
Older than dirt.
Yeah. 470.
Okay, but like, what if I did a silent image and I made like one of those statues, and then it starts moving and it goes down an alleyway or something, or like behind a tree or
Yep,
something.
you could easily
and then
have it do that or something
Get
like
the
that.
guy who get the guy who goes to investigate him.
Sure. Let's do it.
I'm down. Holding fire action when ready.
Yeah, so I-
Okay.
I guess
I'll get ready to cast hold person.
Sure. You guys are getting ready to react and do your stuff. Go ahead and what are you doing?
So I'm gonna cast silent image. I'm gonna make just like one statue, maybe like a female statue or something.
A sexy,
and it's just
a
gonna
sexy Bullywug statue. Okay.
within. I'm gonna try and get it so it creates within the eye line, but like peripheral. So like maybe he doesn't realize it popped into existence, and then it's gonna start to animate and kind of go into like an alcove or something that we could ambush.
I mean, there are
into if they want.
teleportation magics and invisibility magics, so that's also a feasible thing. Yeah. All right, go. You do it, and they all. I keep doing the wrong command. What's your DC?
15.
Two of them appear to notice that it's an illusion and don't take the bait, but one. Actually, hang on. You see two others reveal themselves, and three go sprinting off to chase this image of yours.
Okay. Now, now the question is: do we attack the people remaining, or do we attack the people that split off?
Split off.
Okay, let's go get split off, guys.
Cool. So you bring your silent image, you continue to move it to wherever is optimal for you guys, and you prepare an ambush. I'm assuming you're all going to attack at the same time.
Well, the two people who can attack at range.
I can attack at range as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
go for
attack melee. I was gonna attack melee because I turned myself back to a greatsword.
Cool. So you guys wait until they're within 30 feet of you, and then you can go ahead and just do a full turn of your guys' stuff. Go ahead and do it. You guys can do some
in that
cool
case,
combo
I'll
attacks if you want.
Close in and...
Let me know what you guys would do.
I want to see what hits first.
Yeah. So basically, you're just gonna go ahead and fire. Yeah, that hits. Those both hit. You fing. You fire 2. Go ahead and roll damage on that first attack.
Oof.
Okay, roll damage on the second attack. Unfortunately, oh no, actually, yeah. You hit him twice. You hit one of the figures with 2 arrows, and they fall down. As that happens, Callie sprints out of the brush with her great axe and slams it down. The first attack hits Callie. Go ahead and roll damage for the first one. Yeah, that one, you cleave the head off the next one, and then Emil charges forward, attacking the third one. Emil, both your attacks hit. Nice. And Emil quickly hacks that one to pieces. You made a little bit of noise, but it was 6 seconds and just done.
It's the best damage you've ever done.
It is 100%.
Yeah, actually.
I didn't know you could roll that high.
I mean,
actually.
without Divine Smite, sure.
I didn't know you could do that.
All right.
These like natural rolls. Those are great.
Yeah.
All right.
I crouchly like run over. I rip the arrows out from the guys, the thing.
Yep, you.
And I turn and I notch those arrows
Same ones.
to the other
Yeah.
2.
Can I give them a little cursory pat down, see if they get anything interesting on them?
To go ahead and roll investigation check.
Just gonna take a moment to be satisfied in what I just did.
You notice one of these
15.
ones, he looks like he's a slightly better armor. He's got a hooded pouch in his pack, and inside of it is a tarnished crown. You can see that it does shine a little bit in the light, and it's probably worth something. It's worth 200 gold.
Oh,
It goes on my head for now. A crown?
Yeah, it's a tarnished crown, yep.
all right. So the plan is we're gonna, Emil, you're gonna try to hold person one of them, and then Urba, you and I'll kill the other one. And that way we have one of them we can question before we kill that guy too.
Oh, there's only 2 left.
Right. So you and I go kill one. Emil, you hold the other one, and then
Okay.
we have one left to question.
They almost certainly know something's up. They didn't take the bait, but they definitely saw
Yeah,
it.
they appear to be
So we
up,
just-
and they're moving towards. They're doing.
We just gotta sneak up close enough to do a surprise attack. They haven't seen us yet,
Yeah,
right?
they appear to be walking around the corner. They're on their way there now. What are you guys doing?
Are we stealthed enough?
We need to re-stealth or no?
Probably not. You guys can just. I mean, they're gonna know something's up when you drag the bodies into. I mean, unless you like try to hide the bodies or something like that.
Oh, do we want to leave the bodies and have
They're
them
just
bait
gonna
that,
sink
or
into
do you
the
want to
swamp.
I was just gonna jump them. Let's just
Yeah,
jump
I mean,
these
okay.
guys.
Okay.
You
well,
immediately, as you guys all agree with that course of action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, my arrows are ready.
As you knock the arrow that you just yanked out of the bullywug, Darren quickly goes through a pack, finds the crown, puts it on his head, and you guys hear the croaking of the bullywug and they turn the corner, and you guys just rush at them again. Go ahead and roll your attacks and do your thing.
Oh,
And you're only attacking one of them, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
choose with
we're- me
melee
and Irma
attacks. You
are
can
only-
choose to do non-lethal. So
That's fine. I'll non-lethally attack.
yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
because that one is the first one's probably
Yeah,
dead that I fired
you
at.
put an arrow through its neck, and the second one actually cleanly severs its head. Meanwhile, Callie just jumps in the air and fucking cold clocks him with the sword. Just wham! And knocks his ass out.
I'm gonna assume that she was in the air while, like, she was mid over, and I let my arrows go, and it was kind of just like same time,
Oh yeah,
Just
100%.
like-
Fatality.
boom.
Oh, I get to save my spell slot then.
And
Welcome.
you've knocked out the last bullywug. You don't appear to be hear any other croaking noises. And yeah,
These guys are kind of cute,
Is this thing
actually.
no common, you think? I say as I kick its unconscious body.
It croaks a little bit.
So okay,
Yeah.
that sounds like
They don't have rope.
Yeah, in your adventurers pack, you guys will have rope. That's fine.
We're in a swamp though, right?
Yep. It's frozen though. It's sort of like frozen over a bit, so it's not quite all. It's not all mud at this point. You are sinking a little bit, but it's kind of.
It's like a hard
Yeah,
packed
exactly.
mud.
It's like that nasty. It's like when you play
Okay.
football in the really late November days, and the ground is harder than
Yeah.
rock, and it hurts really
soccer.
bad.
So it's still gonna take some time to like shallow grave
Yes,
these
it will take. Yeah,
creatures.
it might not even shallow grave them, depending on how cold it remains.
All right, cool. Let's kick this guy awake. It's tied up.
He shakes awake. What happened?
Oh, they can speak.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I should be talking really loudly, huh? I just remembered this.
Oh shit! Yes, you should be talking really loudly. I forgot about that. Yes, I understand you.
I already had disadvantage on stealth
Yeah,
anyway.
it's 100% true, so it doesn't matter really. What happened?
So-
What do you want with me?
Who are
Do you
you?
live here?
We work for the Hooded Ones, or we did until you killed all my friends. He said as he glances around.
You just work? What hidden ones?
I think he means the snakes. E?
Is that true?
Yes, I'm
The
a
snakes?
male.
The snakes?
Yes, the scaled ones. They wear hoods.
What do you do for
Who
them?
did the?
We keep guard, we keep watch. Not that we apparently watch so well.
What do you keep watch for?
You, people
from?
like you. Or escaping orcs.
What do you do if you catch somebody?
We let the hooded
You-
ones know.
How? I'm trying to ask what's the path of communication?
We run back and we tell them with our legs and mouths.
Did you send anybody when you saw that thing move?
No. You would have
Are
seen.
you lying to me?
No,
Insight.
no.
Insight.
No. Go ahead.
Or
He's a trustworthy frog.
He's
I can
very
tell.
scared. He's not lying. He's not lying. You would have seen them run off.
Yeah, look at this
Alright.
guy. I think we would have seen him.
Who do the hooded people work for? You know? The big thing? The really big thing?
They sort of shudder when you say this. Their god.
Mm-hmm. Got the hierarchy mapped out here.
At this point, you guys hear a large whooshing noise, and you see the Dracolich take off from its perch, flying overhead. I need all of you to roll d4s for me.
Alright.
just a 1d4?
Yep, just
Or
1d4.
you should plural. 1d4 is plural.
Darren, you, as the shadow, what little light is in this realm, the Dracolich blocks it out from you. As its shadow passes over you, you take 2 necrotic damage just from the sheer presence
Holy
of this
shit.
Dracolich. And it seems to be, it flies away over you. And the bullywug sort of shrivels into itself, coughing. And the Dracolich flies off into the distance.
Well, if there was ever a time to go save this lady, it would be right about now, I say. With, like, my sword ready to just go right into the bullywug's throat. Anyone else need this guy?
I was just
We
gonna
letting
say-
him go? We killing him? I say it loudly.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh,
Clean through his fucking heart.
never mind. Alright.
No, please, no.
No. see that coming. He was still shivering from the Drake.
Oh, 100%. But Callie said, "Does anybody need this guy for anything else?" He didn't see you stab him. He was referring to Callie.
All right.
We didn't decide on being good people, right?
I mean,
We just robbed a grave.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a little bit of gold.
I think we can just chalk it up to some
300 gold.
Barovian corruption. Well, in
No one gets so
Barovia,
wet, I guess.
do as the
No,
Barovians do.
No, it's desensitized. I can't fucking say that word. We're
Desensitization.
surrounded by dead things all the
Yep.
time. They're up and moving around all the time. We're practically grave robbing anyway when we kill a
Yep.
zombie.
What's one step more, you know?
Why not?
Why
Okay.
not just dig up their grave and rip open their coffin and steal their jewelry?
It's the same
already
thing.
did that.
It's all the same. All right. And you kill the bullywug, and the screaming commences once again as the wind from the Dracolich passes through, and a mist begins to rise up over the area, giving you the perfect timing, actually, to go and infiltrate the camp if you'd so wish. The tower and its surroundings are obscured by mist rising up from the swamp caused by the recent presence of the undead dragon. It's pretty easy to sneak right up to the camp without being spotted, but it's hard to tell exactly what the camp looks like from a distance.
yeah, we're going up to the camp, correct?
Sort of. I'd say it's like not like uphill, but it's sort of like a slight incline.
Okay,
The
okay.
tower is actually a statue, apparently to have been dragged here in a past age. The features are sort of withered away, and there's claw marks all over it from the roosting dragon.
What's it a statue of?
A person.
Is it Hercules?
I would do it sort of like a Hercules-esque pose, but probably more like a politician. If I were to guess, I would stay Strahd, but it doesn't actually tell me what it's a statue of, so.
Or if it's been withered away.
It's hard to tell. There you go. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Its features are worn away. It's hard to tell.
Ooh. Let's go do the thingy. We gotta save.
Yeah, we're going.
More stealth.
More stealth and/or can perception check the ways to get in. We're like, are we like? I'm gonna assume like there's like the 4 hot places in front of us that we're going to take. We're still in the bushes. Outside of that, and we're just kind of.
Yeah, you're a ways away.
Glancing
You
at
have no problem getting even up to the camp wall with this mist, if you so choose.
Okay.
You think that like you can't even see, very far.
Oh, we can't see very far.
Yeah.
All right, so
You can see like probably 120 feet maximum in front of you, maybe more depending on the situation.
then you guys just want to run up to the wall and see what happens?
We can sneak up to the wall.
Well, I mean, if we have the cover of mist.
Yeah, I mean, we should still.
Oh yeah, we can.
Stealthy.
We can.
I mean,
be
just because we
stealthy.
had the mist doesn't mean we can just like run in there.
I mean, I can.
Or
I love
does it?
armor. I'm stealth. Period. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Yeah, roll me some stealth checks if you're sneaking into the camp, or at least up to the camp.
I can't talk. That'll give it away.
I love it. It's so funny. It's such a silly thing. Hey guys, where
Yeah,
are we
most
going?
from now on. But if you crit on a stealth and you yell, you're still one with the wall.
Yeah, they just can't see where the voice is coming from. Your average is pretty high. Your average is higher than 10, which is good. Yeah. You guys do make it up unnoticed to the outer wall. You guys are slowly crouching up, and the perimeter of this camp is sort of just a waist-high wall built out of rubble. The wall has lots of gaps in it, you notice, even just from your 120 feet of vision. There's obvious the plan is to expand it until it's bigger, but it's only partially built.
Now, is this statue in the middle of this
Yeah.
camp? Okay. Do we see any movement of people?
Oh yeah, there are
Alright.
orcs in cages. There's 4 actually orc pens, basically, like they're hemmed in like jail cells, but large jail cells at 4 different portions of this camp. And there is 1 lookout tower, a watch post set up to spot runaway orcs, mainly. And you see a partially built Yuan-Ti temple, an above-ground extension to the below portion of some sort of whatever's there. The project's only half begun, though. It's just a series of walls and archways that surround a cleared area with a statue of a dragon in it that's been completed so far. There's no like doors or roof to it. It's just sort of like almost like a coliseum sort of deal where it's got some walls and some pillars and some doors, but no roof.
So my thought, if we rush into the guard post, the guard tower, take out the guard tower and then release the orcs, maybe that'll cause enough chaos where we can kind of sneak our way up into the tower.
Or why don't we just have someone sneak up to the watchtower to take them out? I mean, I feel like they're the biggest threat.
That's what I said. Let's go to the watchtower and take out the watchtower.
Yeah, the tower's in the center of camp, or at least more in the center of camp.
Is that the watch? Is that the one?
Yeah,
one
it's
watchtower?
like a lookout tower. Yeah.
What's
That's
the
a
closest
different-
building to us right now?
Probably one of the orc pens is closest. And of course, there's like a gates where there are big stones dragged through and added to the wall and stuff like that. There's no real buildings per se, except for the unfinished temple, the orc pens, and like a couple cook fires, maybe some tents. There's no real permanent structure besides the tower, the statue/tower itself. There's the lookout tower and the statue-tower. There
Just to
is
say,
an
I'm
orc
saying we should-
tied
yeah.
to the tower entrance, and oh, sorry. There's a platform at the base entrance of the statue tower, and there is an orc tied to a torture device in the statue's mouth. Why does it say that? The statue's hollow on these other ones.
Do we get a description of the person we're looking for?
Can
She's
we
a
just-
lady
Yeah,
orc.
it is a lady orc.
The orc
Does that look like the?
Does it
It
look
does
like a
look like a
lady
lady
orc?
orc.
Do you want me to roll?
Oh, the mouth.
Invest-
Okay, so this must be a statue of a dragon. So reframe it in your mind, just like I have to just now. And it appears there's a platform at its open mouth, and that appears to be a way up into the tower for whatever reason. So mouth
Okay.
is the opening. Stairs apparently lead up or in, and then it goes up into a full statue of a dragon.
There's no map of this though, is there?
Look, man. Adventure League being mean to be.
Why don't you just draw it?
No, I'm
why
not
don't you
saying-
No, I
just
know,
start
no,
just
I
a
know, I know.
random
There is
map?
no map of this. I would give it to you if I had it. I know you're not giving me a hard time. I know you're not giving me a hard time. I'm giving Adventure League a hard time. But yeah, you have a camp, outer wall, which you guys are at right now, peeking in. There is the half-built temple around the big old tower, and then there's a lookout tower and several orc pens. Yuan-Ti snake through the area on their weird regular legs and also snake legs, depending on what type of Yuan-Ti they are. And you can see a few Yuan-Ti around. You have fought these
Did you say
before.
snake legs?
Not snake legs, but snake lower halves.
Ooh, so like there's a serpent at the bottom?
Yeah, I believe there are some Yuan-Ti that do that.
Ooh, that's creepy.
I know there's some that have full-on snake faces and like 12 snake arms.
I'm more okay with snake heads than I am with snake
Yeah,
body.
how do you have sex with a snake lower half? I don't know.
Lay
Yeah, that's
eggs,
what
I
Darren's
guess.
thinking
I don't
about.
know.
Yeah, of course. He's a 12-year-old boy. Come on.
I barely understand humans.
But yes, you see your quarry is, or your goal is at the base of the statue/stone dragon tower, tied up to some sort of torture device in the statue's mouth.
Is someone watching the caged up orcs? You said that's.
They're not
something that's
directly
close by.
watching it. They don't appear to have guards standing at each of the pits or pens. But every once in a
Does it
while,
look
there'll
like
be a
I'd
patrol
notice?
that walks by. Each of the pens actually is sort of in its own separate area, so you could potentially stealth to them if you wanted to.
I'm going to point at the cages.
And I'm going to read that as you want to free the people, so the orcs. So we have to go to the watchtower. And then
I nod.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just staying non-vocal for right now. All
You
hand
know from
signals.
experience that UNT are not necessarily easy to kill. So even if you get the drop on one,
about
That's the
how
thing
many
is-
were we able to spot or are able to spot?
there are.
Now, do I know if these creatures count as humanoids?
You would, and you know that some do and some do not.
What about the ones on the watchtower?
They don't appear to. They appear
Oh.
to be the more monstrous versions. You know that the ones that look more like humans, that could pass for humans, are the ones that count as humanoid, purebloods. And you
Okay, so how many
yourself
do
don't
we
know
see?
this, but you can hear it, the ghost voice telling you this.
I'm gonna point at the cages, then point, like, towards myself, you know? Like they're gonna come towards us. How do I convey this information?
Mm.
You figure it out.
Draw them to us, you know? If we free the orcs.
So I'm gonna picture you're pointing at them to run. You do the running hand motion to us. You want the orcs to run to us?
No.
You want us
Okay,
to
I'm gonna
run
have
to
to think
orcs?
about this.
Two words. Two
Cool.
words.
Charades.
Yeah.
Charades.
Anyone have a sheet of paper?
You can type it out. What you? I guess you could write. Yeah, I mean, people do have pieces of paper.
Pretty sure we have papers and pens. They have
Okay,
anything in
the dirt is malleable, right?
Yeah, you can scrub it in the
Yes.
dirt enough. That's fine.
So this is I'm gonna point at us while making this shape. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And these are the cages. I'm gonna point at the cages.
Mm-hmm.
We let them out, right? And everything moves towards the cages.
Oh.
We draw them to us, is what I'm trying to say.
So we're gonna have okay. Or at that point we can take the cage furthest away from the mouth of that dragon and open it, and then we can sneak around. The other group can the one group can sneak around and free that one, and then that way they can sneak away. We can all just sneak away and just leave the other ones there.
But the one that's tied up is the person we think is the one we're looking for, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If we were to let's free the pen that's furthest away from
Her. Yeah.
the one that's
Yeah.
tied up from her.
I think you guys are both actually saying the same thing.
I'm
Do the
one
trying,
furthest
I'm
away
trying to
from the
suggest.
other
I'm
two.
trying to improve upon his
Gotcha.
plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's free the pen furthest away from the girl, from her. That way, more of them run away in a different direction, completely in different direction.
Yeah, double thumbs up.
Which pen is that? Do you want to? There's absolutely no map.
It's just the one that's furthest away. There's no camp map.
Oh.
You don't really need it for this. Most of the sessions.
How are they
supposed to-
locked in? Is it like a lock?
There
or
does
is it
appear to
like
be a lock or at least a cage
a
latch
latch?
that you need to do from the outside.
Okay. How far does Mage Hand work?
It's about 30 feet. You could attempt to unlock it with like a mage tools held by your mage hand if you want.
I mean, if it's just latched, I just want to undo the latch. But if it's Mage tool
It would
available to use a mage
require a
tool.
check to do quietly, let's say.
Okay.
If you're aiming to be quiet. If you're not aiming to be quiet, that's fine.
Well, it
They
depends.
are the distraction, though, technically.
Yeah. Do I? Let me just. If I can open it quietly, I'm just gonna open it. If I'm not gonna open it quietly, I'm just gonna open it. I'm just gonna open it. Period. Either way.
So with Mage Hand, it won't use your dexterity per se. If you're trying to be quiet, it'll use your spellcasting modifier, which for your specific thing would be charisma. So
yeah.
if you're making a check with the Mage Hand, it'll be just your +0 bonus, I believe, to charisma or whatever you have.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind in your skill with your Mage Hand. But you're free to do that. You can do that, no problem.
So I just a charisma check just to
see if you can do it quietly, basically.
Okay.
If you don't want to do it quietly, then it just sort of happens. All right, so
Holy shit.
you guys creep around. You get to the nearest this pen that you can, and you see Erba pop a mage hand out, and it reaches over, fiddles with the latch a little bit. There's probably keys hanging up nearby that you grab, and you unlatch it, and all the orcs sort of glance over to the door, and you slowly, gently swing it open, and you keep the key just in case you need it later on. And you've successfully opened one of these pens without drawing any attention to yourself. The orcs are slowly creeping out. They're being very quiet about it so far.
As that happens, I would like to start. Can we sneak over towards the girl that's tied up?
Yeah, it's a little more in the open. At a certain point, it'll be a mad dash to get to her if you try to, and you'll be seen before you will be seen before you can get to her. But you can certainly move that direction if you'd like.
I would like to be able to start to move in that direction.
Okay. Are you just passing up the rest of the pens?
Oh, I mean, if we can open more.
Yeah, I'd say there's at least one on the way. If you want to sneak around, out and around the other way, you can get the other two if you want to as well.
Do we want to get the other two pens?
Yeah, as many as we can open while...
Morally, yes, I would like to get all of them, but I don't want to waste all the time. I'd rather just get in, get out without much fighting. This is a lot of people, I'm assuming.
So we established that we're trying to draw them towards this area and away from the rest of the camp, right?
Say that again.
So I think it'd be a good idea to get more. Can you hear me?
No, I just missed what you said.
We established that we're trying to draw the Yuan-Ti away from towards this area with the cages, right? So that we can sneak up to the tied up person.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it'd be a good idea to get more cages open.
Alright, then, if we open the one that's also basically next to this one, and then we'd have to go around to the other two. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll do you want another check?
Yep, same deal. If you're using your mage hand, it'll be the same sort of check.
Crit fail.
And you are a little bit clumsier with this one, and the latch comes off with a loud creaking noise, and you begin to see two figures slither towards this area.
But
so, is it open?
We're still hidden.
Well, at the moment. But they're coming towards you. It is open, yeah.
It is open. All right,
if you guys are dipping out of the area a little quicker to avoid these things, I'll need another stealth check.
I was gonna say, let's just leave this area and we'll just go around to the other two pens.
Go ahead and roll me another stealth check.
I inspire Emil once again.
I have one with the walls.
Stealth with disadvantage. Oh
yeah!
no!
Roll your inspiration if you want, or you can
Use
hold
that
it.
inspiration. Use that inspiration.
Just hold it for the eventual slaughter that's gonna get. Oh, you know I've been rolling great on stealth tonight.
Oh shit.
They rolled a 54.
No, that's your guys' total. Which is, I think, over their passive perception.
Which is pretty damn good.
Okay, so they need to beat a 14, we'll say.
There's also a crit in there.
That's why I said 14 instead of 13. And as you guys attempt to move away, just the shifting of the chainmail immediately attracts one of their's attention. I'll need you guys to roll initiative as two of these things come at you. And the rest of the camp, and they yell out to the rest of the camp, alerting everybody.
Are they at all distracted though by the escaping orcs?
It will be when they start to move, for sure.
Oh. I did it again.
I deleted you by accident, Callie. You might have to drag yourself back out.
You're the
I'm the worst.
Bad
Does that mean I
DM.
get to reroll my initiative?
No.
Yes.
I
I'm
tried.
sorry. You on yeet?
Well, I do need to reroll it so you can write
Yes,
it in.
yeah. That.
Can I say that
Oh,
we
I
kept
keep it.
my horse
Keep
at a
that one.
distance?
Oh yeah, that's
But within.
yeah, that's fine. It'll be outside of camp if you want, and you could call it whenever you need it. We'll say.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it as soon as I see that there might be an engagement.
So you guys are here. Let's make this pen number 2. And you were about 30 feet away from this. We'll say pen number 1 was probably over here or something.
Why weren't we able to draw this earlier?
Because I didn't know you guys were gonna fail.
You were hoping we were just gonna succeed and just go through this without
There's a whole
combat.
other portion of this mission.
Can't stay up for too long.
You guys are about 30 feet from that thing, and then the 2 snaky people crawled at you, and the rest of the camp is alerted, and there will be orcs, and things will get chaotic, and you'll decide what you guys are doing as things progress.
That's fine. Where are the other 2 pens, just for reference?
Over here, and this one's a little bit off the map, and then that one right there is the we'll say the entrance to the mouth.
Oh, okay. I was looking at this completely different, but that's alright.
My brain works in many strange ways.
Well, you also said there was a camp around the statue, so I was like...
Oh, yeah, I view... Yeah, I know what you mean.
Wait, where are we? Oh, I see us.
Mm-hmm. So I was thinking like a pen in each corner, and then the circle was in the middle, so I was like, get 2...
Yep, I like that better.
Circle
I like that better.
around.
That makes more sense. I can't move it though. For
And I was like picturing us like we were like out here, and like we like went to this
Yeah,
one,
you did the
opened that
map
one,
ones.
went to
That's fine.
here,
Yep.
opened this one, then we got caught. That's just how I was
No,
picturing it. It's
you're
up to you
good.
though.
I like it. I'm a fan. I'm your biggest
And then we'll
fan.
have, and there'll be like the girl
Yeah,
is here,
yeah,
or her
that
is
works
here,
for me.
and then there was another pen here and like another pen here.
Snake people.
Is this 2 scale?
Yeah, we'll play it to scale. These 2 are swarming towards you. We'll say the guard tower's over down here to the south.
Where
a
are we
little
right
bit.
now? Okay.
Guard tower's a cluster of 4. We'll use. There's a couple more just floating around. They're further away. This one will be close. All right. Yeah, initiative, and what are these guys' stats? I'm just gonna roll in person because it's faster. They rolled a 19. All right. Since they see you, they begin to they take their longbows out and they take.
They see all of us, or
They mainly see Emil and Callie first, but you're all sort of in a group, so they'll be attacking those 2 first because they saw them first. They'll shoot 2 attacks. Shoot 2. Actually, how close are they to you? Movement is 30. Not close enough. Yeah, too far. So they'll slither up a couple, 30 or so feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they'll fire 2 shots, 2 at Emil and 2 at Callie. These are plus.
I'll protect
Perfect.
for the first
Sure.
one that hits, that tries to hit Kelly.
Cool. This one's a disadvantage, and it misses.
And now I gotta read that description again.
Yeah, we'll do that right after. That's a second attack. I'm sorry, 2 attacks at. Oh no, that would be 3. Attack at Emil hits for 1d8 plus 2. So 6 hits you, 6 damage to you, Emil, and then the last attack will be at. Yeah, misses. So just 6 damage to Emil. Go ahead and let me know what your ability is. But
Did the one that I protected try to hit Kelly or try to attack again?
it missed its second attack.
Okay.
So the one you blocked was blocked. It attacked again and missed. And then 1 hit you.
Yeah, because okay, never mind then. I'll save it for the next time since it activates right after the attack, and they're frightened until the end of their next turn. So
Oh, okay, gotcha. Understood. Gotcha. All right.
if they're gonna multi-attack, then
Darren, it is your turn as you see the slithery boys notice your friends and yourself.
Okay, have either of them been damaged?
They have not, no.
Okay.
Emil. Emil's been damaged.
Emil's been
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
meant
no, that
the
was-
snakes.
that just hit temp HP. So
Oh.
Okay. I will. The one closest to us, I guess the one up top. I'm going to look at him and say, the captives are much more important. Tend to. I will cast suggestion on him. Rather than fight us, I guess. Go get them
Are
captives.
you-
Is he 30 feet away?
So what is it, the wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save, DC 15.
Oh.
God damn snake people. Okay.
Resists.
I will move up and in front of Kalia and get the shield out. And just kind of shield her.
Oh, they have advantage on that shit too. I have to remember that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have magic resistance.
Snake people.
Go ahead, Urba. You can use your bonus
I
action
lost.
as you need to, but
Can I roll bonus action?
sorry, I meant for in case I always skip over Darren's bonus action, so I want to make sure he knows that it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, bonus action hack. Wait, was any of them hurt?
Neither of them are hurt yet.
All right, bonus action, the top one.
Your hex is only once
Hex.
per day.
Even short rest and everything.
Yeah. The magic initiate feat is a once per day casting.
Right. So, stab it. It's a long bow.
7, 11.
And I forgot.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely deals normal damage, and you hurt it real good. And
It looks like
it
it's like
hisses at you.
good.
No, I mean you heard it. It's not
It's-
super hurt. But
I
you
heard it, but it looks like it's like not.
It has no
like-
resistance to your damage, like those fucking hands. I couldn't pin more than one down. Anything else? Alrighty, Emil.
does these look like the sturdier Yuan-Ti or?
I mean, sturdier in a sense. They are not the sturdiest.
I'll bonus action try to knock it down.
Go for it.
Oh, that was meant to be a regular roll. So that's minus
It rolled
3.
a 2, but it fails. And
Okay,
it is not
I'll
prone.
try to hit it twice
Sure.
then.
Wham wham. Nice.
Oh shit! It's a crit.
I'll do Divine Smite on
Sure.
the second one.
So you get to roll an additional 4d8. Oh, daddy. Minus 24. Minus 12 plus 5 is 17. Yeah, you fuck it up real good. It's still alive, but it's on the ground. And you, like, slice off almost one of its arms, and it's hurting real bad.
Alright, and I'm also going to telepathically call on my horse.
Cool. It begins. You hear thundering, clopping in the distance.
Theme song.
All right, Kalia.
Some weird techno music. Okay. So looking at the little boy shielding in front of me, I pat him on the head and then I go 5, 10, 15. Can I make it to the? I don't think I can make it to the guy front.
I don't believe so.
No, I can't. Not unless
One
I dash.
step.
So
Yeah, one step far.
yeah, I'll come over here and I'll smack the crap
Yep.
out of this guy.
Whale with advantage.
I will do it. I will take advantage. That's gonna hit. Still alive?
Yes. But just
Alright, I'm
literally
just
barely.
Cool. Watch me roll 2 crit fails right here.
Ooh, almost missed him, but
Oh.
you hit him.
Alright, cool.
Fucking deleted.
Boosh. Alright, that's my turn.
Don't you get to resurrect things or something?
Oh, is he a humanoid?
He is not.
Ah, no, I
Aw.
can't. His
He's
soul escaped.
technically 51% snake. Sorry.
I forgot to move these guys forward last turn. Alright. At the end of the round, the orcs begin to tear out of the cells. Seeing that things are escalating, they run out of their cells, and a bunch of them actually sprint towards the other cells on the opposite side. The UNT's turn. This one will move forward and shoot longbow shots at you. These ones will move.
First attack at Kelly, disadvantage.
Cool. 20. Missing. These are all +5, by the way.
Who's that on?
That was the one on Callie. It's gonna shoot one at each of you right now.
Okay, I'll use the charge.
Okay,
then.
and that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
It is not frightened, unfortunately. I believe your DC is lower.
Ah, darn.
And then it fires another arrow. 19.
That's on her.
You.
Yeah, that hits.
For 8 damage. Another 2 arrows, one at each of you. It'll go. This time it'll be Callie and then Emil for attacks. Callie, 22.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay.
Can't even
And you
shield
take
that.
6.
Cool.
The other UNT are going to pepper the back line, so I'll make a couple of attacks with disadvantage on the child and Urba. So it'll be, we'll say 6 attacks on Urba with disadvantage. These are all +5 to hit.
Oh.
So 13, 14, 8, 13, 14,
No.
16.
I think that is
Okay.
what he's
12, 6, and then 24. So 2. 2 hit you.
I don't even know how you did that math, but it's okay.
Basically, I take the lesser of each pair, and then I add 5 to it, and then that's how I get what hits or not. You take 17 damage. Darren, you'll get, is it 4 attacks at you, I said? Uh, 21 hit you, Darren?
Yep.
12, 13, yeah, okay, just the first one. And you see, as this commotion's stirring, you see a larger, bigger looking UNT grab the girl off of the torture stand and drag her into the temple. It looks like going downstairs, not upstairs.
Great.
Darren, your turn.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I will use my full movement to get up to here. I'm gonna attack him with my rapier twice, 2 attacks.
Indeed, stabby stab. Yep, that hits. They have a 12 AC.
Oh shit!
Ooh, yeah. 9 points of damage and 11 points of damage.
11 is 20. Yeah, you wail on this dude. Nicely done, small child. Erba, you are up if Darren has no bonus action.
Nobody's too seriously hurt. You're okay from that barrage, right?
I'm good.
Okay.
I lost 7 actually. Can I have a free action
To do what?
or a free thing? I'm assuming I still have the key to the
You can totally
things,
toss it to an orc that's passing by. 100%.
I would like to mage hand it out with 30 feet, and as it hits the marker for 30 feet, the hand disappears and the key goes flying up, and one of the orcs just grabs it and keeps
you
running.
force push. You yell really loud, "Take the key!" and you force push it, and it goes beep.
I don't even yell anything. It just is in front of one of the orcs and just grabs
Okay,
it.
that works. All right.
As soon as that finishes,
He winks at you.
I rip out the arrows from me and I will notch them and will fire. Which one hit me?
It would be one of these boys.
One of the back ones?
Here, yeah.
Would those be a disadvantage?
Technically no, I don't think so. Actually, I guess it would be one of the further ones. These two would be disadvantage.
I'm gonna hit this one.
The second one hits.
And that's all I got. Actually, I'm going to move.
Which one did you hit again? The one closest to the temple door?
Correct, yeah. I'm gonna move up here. I'm assuming I'm behind cover.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You have at least partial cover for sure. Alright, Emil, go ahead.
The summon.
That'd be possible. I can pass through the same space as an ally, right?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move here and try to knock this guy down.
Go for it.
Did you say that's strength or athletics?
It's athletics. An athletics check. Same thing as if you were to roll a grapple. Yeah, he falls prone.
So they're knocked down, right? Okay, and then I'll move to this one and attack them
He's gonna
twice.
just punch at you as you go by with disadvantage. Missing. Making 2 attacks. Yeah. Oof.
That one misses. That one
Indeed.
hits. I'll use another Divine Smite.
Okay.
It's 2d6?
2d8.
2d8 rather. Okay.
Nice, not bad damage. Alrighty. Bonus action movement. Alright, cool. Kalia.
1, 2. Beat the crap out of this guy on the ground.
With advantage.
I'm actually going to also cast Branding Smite.
Oh, shit. Yep. And this is at 3rd level, so you get 3d6 damage extra.
Yeah. That
Alright,
hits.
so this will be 5d6 plus 5.
And then here's my second attack.
Both
Which would also
yep.
hit. So I'm just going to add it all together. So that's 7d6
Plus 10.
plus 10. $32.
Yeah, he is on his last snake limbs, as it were.
Cool, that's my turn.
The U1T at this point are all rushing forward. The orcs are making it. They're almost to the pens. You think next round they'll be overwhelmed. These two U1T are taken sort of out of the fight as they try to stop the orcs from opening the doors, but they're being swarmed. These watchtower ones have been firing on the orcs that have been running past on the floor. This one will also be doing this. there'll be 2 more that slither towards you, thinking that you're the threat currently, and they move up, and they will transform into snakes this round. These 2 will spend their action transforming into snakes.
Oh. Like, are they regular size?
They are
like
medium-sized snakes, yeah. They are not baby snakes, they are humanoid-sized snakes. The 2 in melee will stand up, whipping out a scimitar, and this one's going to make 2 attacks against you, Kalia.
Do it.
These are both +5 to hit, and they both miss. These are both attacks on Emil, +5. Neither of them hit. They are shaken by you guys. Go ahead, Darren.
Well, last round went pretty well, so I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, I had advantage on both those hits, and I forgot to roll.
Oh.
Whatever.
Okay, so that's 9 points.
It is still alive, but just barely.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be my turn.
Right, Eba.
Which of these 2 down here that we're fighting are those weak?
The one in
Super
front of Darren and Callie is super weak. The one next to Emil is weak, but not very weak, and the other 2 are barely hurt.
I'd like to step out, and I'll try to finish off the one that's really
Sure,
hurt.
go ahead. It'll have a little cover from your allies, but you can probably make the shot.
Okay.
Basically, I get a +2 to its AC.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Oh.
misses.
Oh no.
Oh, wrong buttons.
That does hit. And it goes down. You actually ping off of Callia's, like, just over Callia's shoulder, and it pings off of her half plate. Only scratching it slightly, not even, like, actually dealing any thud damage or anything like that. And the second one flies slightly higher into the Yuan-Ti's neck. His snake throat.
And I step back behind the desk. I'm behind the wall. I'm next to the wall.
Emil.
What? Does the horse give me an ETA?
Oh, yeah. It would have been around here at this point. And then on your next turn, it'll be able to be used normally.
Okay, knock this one down.
Go for it. Gotta be the 20, baby. Ah! He goes down hard. Snarling at you, snapping at you with its snake jaw.
And hit it twice.
Indeed. Nice. Roll that damage. These are more like the damage rolls we're used to seeing from you.
And I'll use my movement to... Yeah, I did that before, right? Move to mount the horse.
That's fine. Yep. You leave and you hop on it. It's going to take a swipe at you as you go with its scimitar. Disadvantage because it's prone. 19 hit you.
Oh wow, yeah, that hits.
At least he didn't get the crit.
It is true. This be true. You take 8 damage as it slashes at your cankles. And next turn you'll be mounted on your horse. Callie, go ahead.
How rude of you!
Maybe we can make that canon. He has really thick ankles.
It's got
Especially for an
ankles.
elf, for a half
Yeah.
elf.
He's thick. He's a thick boy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can't hit this guy, so I'm can make it to this dude.
Yeah, he's prone, so you can whack with advantage.
I'm gonna beat the ever loving shit out of
He's
him.
hacking and whacking and slashing. Hack, whack, stomp that meat. That's a Fallout song.
I know. I haven't played 3 in a long time.
Oh god, I remember that song. Man, that
Yeah.
one was... It played a lot, I remember.
3
It takes
dogs.
26 damage as I beat the living shit out of
Yeah,
him.
he's hurting
with my
very
sword.
badly, but not dead as usual. You'll get him really low, but not low enough.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, he stands back up, and his snake buddies
many 12
6.
squares?
Dashes up to Darren, and this guy's gonna do the same. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can't do anything though because it uses action to dash. This one's gonna stab at you with the scimitar twice.
I thought he was a snake.
The two above you are snakes that are on Darren right now. This guy is not Snake Boy.
Oh, so he's attacking
yes,
me.
yeah.
Oh, but he misses.
Darren, it's your turn.
2 snakes. That's not good. I'm gonna check my spells, see if I get anything amazing. Nope. Nope, I don't. I'm gonna take the dodge action actually. And I'm gonna inspire Kalia. She's doing hella damage.
Boosh.
You do still have your inspiration as well, Emil, as far as I remember.
Oh yeah, you haven't used that, right?
Herba.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't.
I'm just gonna watch their snake mouths.
I will step
Yeah, you put your shield in close. Use your rapier in between you and one.
The one against Darren is north. That's not weak. That's not the one I hit earlier, was it?
It isn't. The one to his west is.
West.
His east, rather.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the one of those north.
For you to miss 13 whole damage. And yeah, you heard it for sure. Emil.
I'm going to use my action to cast a level 2 Armor of Agathis on both myself and my horse.
That's right, yeah. Alright, so 10 temporary
That's
HP.
10. Sweet. How did we... I don't think I've used him in combat in a while.
If you want him to act on his own initiative, you need to roll him in, and he can't move on your turn. For this portion of the fight...
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, then yeah, go ahead and roll him in.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. So he will go after. He'll just go right after the U1 too. Oh, you put him in. Nice, perfect. All right, cool.
And
you're.
I can't cast spells with bonus action, right?
No, you can't do 2 in one turn.
All right. I guess that's my turn until the horse starts moving.
I mean, even then you use your action, so you're kind of until your next turn.
Yeah.
Callie.
Oh wow, we're back to me already. All right.
Oh, could I move back to my spot?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. No, he shot.
No, I shot. I just shoot my arrows and I come back up from cover like I always.
Are the ones in the distance? Are those are other Yuan?
They're trying to stop the orcs from opening the door, but they're being overwhelmed.
Oh, what was that? Was that the turn?
In which direction is the tied up person?
The middle square. She was pulled inside this square right here, further down into the lower, what looks like a downward stairs, lower reaches of the temple.
Is this guy back up? The guy in front of me?
Yeah, he's standing.
Hit him.
And he is back down.
He dead?
Most likely. Unless you roll natty ones. Which you don't.
Boosh, take it out.
He is down.
Alright, hungry to beat up more people. I'm gonna come over here.
Yep.
Beat the crap out of this
This guy is a snake.
Sneak.
That hit him. I'm gonna actually add my inspiration to this damage roll. I'm gonna take 19
Hell yeah.
slashing damage. That's my turn.
Alright. These two UNT, one's going to take a bite at Darren with disadvantage. 2 bites at Darren with disadvantage, actually. Let me see. Yeah. So one will actually...
If there's a save, Callie's still technically within 10 feet of me. I don't know if that counts.
Oh, if there's a save. Gotcha. Yep. This is disadvantage bite number 1. 16 misses, I believe.
Right.
Disadvantage bite number 2. Misses again.
Get it out.
This will be 2 bites at Callie at normal. 18, Callie?
I'm gonna shield so that it
Okay.
doesn't.
The jaws get close to your face. You're like, fuck no.
Wait, are you using that from the ring?
Oh, I forgot I had it on the ring. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. So you are down your 1 ring shield.
You could also inspire yourself.
She used it
to
for
deal
damage.
with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I missed that.
Warhorse's turn. It says in its skeletal warhorse form.
Carrying around
Technically,
the
snakes are already prone, right?
Snakes are immune to prone, I believe it is.
Yeah, because they're already
Yeah.
prone. So that's gonna be the
Doesn't
first
matter.
attack.
Wow, nicely done.
Actually, it only gets 1 attack unless it tramples one. So
So just that.
that's all.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, only 17 damage for my ethereal warhorse. That's it. Darren, your go. You've successfully managed to dodge the snake that's trying to bite your face off.
Okie dokie. So, which one's looking worse
The
off
one
here?
to the north. No, actually, I'm sorry. The one to the east is.
I attack Easty. Right.
Nope. Yep.
6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Anyone bloodied? Nope,
Uh,
not really. Okay, let's go.
I'm hurt, but not anywhere near.
I'll save it.
Herba. Falla de Arus.
I pop out of cover. I shoot 1 arrow. Sorry. I shoot 1 arrow.
Hits.
I shoot 2 arrows. Wow, this is 10.
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Identical rolls.
That's awesome.
All right, you heard it real good. Those arrows hit its snake body, and it does not like it at all. Emil, it is your turn.
The exact same animation.
Yeah,
twice.
so you get the same animation. Emil, go ahead. You're on the back of your horse. You're leaning over, about to swipe down this motherfucker.
I guess I'll try to hit him. There's no. So the other Yuan-Ti are currently engaged other.
Yeah, they don't appear to be looking towards you. They appear to be trying to contain the
What
orcs.
did happen to the orcs? I want to know what happened to the orcs.
Well, once you kill this guy, maybe we'll talk about it. No, they I did forget to mention what they did last turn. They got to the cages at this point. They've unlocked the door. A few of them are, you could see clearly multiple dead orcs, but they appear to have gained the courage to get the fuck out of Dodge, and they've freed their friends and are rounding on the Yuan-Ti. The rest of the Yuan-Ti, one's further in the camp and just on the outside of the camp that you may have dodged with your stealth, have been running the fuck away.
The snake things have been running
Running
away.
into the swamp away from these orcs, yeah. You deal 5 plus your strength damage, I assume?
Oh no, that's the
Inspiration. Oh, to
Inspiration.
hit the second one? Yeah.
So
those two
16
hit,
and
yes,
15.
yeah. All right, it's looking rough. Got down to like 5 HP. Callie.
Guy in front of me is still alive,
Indeed.
right?
Barely, as usual.
I don't have advantage, right? It's just
Normal
throw.
attack. Yep. And he's dead unless you... Yeah, he's just auto-dead.
Cool. He's super dead.
What does a snake dodge anyway?
It slithers.
I
real
really
good.
like smashing things. I'm gonna come up here and smash some more
Yeah,
things.
smash more ting. Beautiful.
Oh, I wish I knew how to roll. Hold on, give me a second. Boom, 12 slashing damage.
Nice.
Right, my hardest to beat the crap out.
And it's
That's my
going
turn.
to turn and try and bite at you twice.
Do it. Do it, you want.
24 hits you. I need you to make a Constitution saving. Oh no, just kidding. It auto does it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I was so excited to have a meal within 10 feet of
No,
me.
sorry. You just take 10 damage from 4 of its poison.
Those both hit, actually, I think, right?
17.
Yeah.
Oh,
it does.
okay. Then fuck yeah. 19 total damage.
Ouch. Okay, it's the first time I've been hit this entire session.
The warhorse must do its thing.
Alright. Gonna try to trample the snake some
you
more.
rope around and bam, slam into it. It's a snake, so you can't really knock it down, but
It's already knocked down. It's a snake.
immune to prone. Yeah, it takes 11 damage.
12.
Yeah, 12 hits.
Nice.
Darren.
Okay. Attack. Mixing it up with some
Oh,
attacks.
sick.
Different types of attacks this time, though.
Oh, hell yeah. That's definitely different.
Oh yeah, the ones that are effective both times. That's new. 6 points.
And that's
9
just enough to kill it.
points. Ha.
The orcs at this point are chasing the remainder of the UNT out of camp, cheering, and they are chasing away any other resistance that may be looking towards you. You have a chance now to chase them inside. Your quarry is deeper in this area.
How wide that door look?
It's 10 feet wide, but your horse is gonna have a rough time indoors for sure.
Okay, I guess I'll get off the
It's-
horse. I'll have it guard the
Entrance, sure.
The
yeah,
doorway.
It's guard the doorway. That's fine.
Gonna tell me if someone approaches.
And you guys begin to descend into the bowels of this temple, where there are surely more snake men in await. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight.
Badoosh. Alright, I hate to be that guy, but I have to be